Hello and welcome back to Exothermic Plays Games. I'm Exothermic and the date today is Wednesday, October 16th, 2024. I've been doing a countdown of my favorite video games of all time through each day of the year, and coming in at number 77 is Luigi's Mansion. Prior to this game's release in 2001, I never really gave Luigi much thought. He was there, but kinda just green Mario? Yeah, he had some dialogue in Paper Mario and was comic relief, and yeah, he was present in Mario Kart, but so is Daisy. I mean, who really cares about Daisy? And then this game came out and I flipped so hard. Even today, I'm still kind of in the camp of who really cares about Mario? Don't get me wrong, Mario games are great. There's obviously a lot of them on my rankings, and there's more to come. The games are great, but Luigi's Mansion taught me that I could not care less whatsoever about the actual character of Mario. He just has no real personality, even in the fairly recent Super Mario Bros. Movie, which is a great movie. Mario's the least interesting character in that film. That being said, the whole subplot about him trying so hard to support his family and struggling with his own business is great, but still the dude is kind of whatever. Luigi, though? This guy? I love Luigi. I can't get enough Luigi. Luigi's hilarious, Luigi's smart, Luigi's brave, and dang it, Luigi might even be a little handsome. So what is so great about this game that made me do a complete 180 on the character? Luigi wins a mansion in a contest, which good for him, but the problem is that he never actually entered in any contest. Him and Mario are going to go together to check out the mansion, but arrive separately. Unfortunately, this has been a trap of some kind, and Mario is captured. They say that the difference between bravery and arrogance is that an arrogant man will not be afraid to rush into danger, while a brave man will be afraid and do it anyway. Luigi is a brave man because, oh wow, is he terrified. The whole place is rampant with ghosts. Luigi gets rescued by Professor E. Gadd, which is just an absolutely amazing name, and he gives him the tools he needs to succeed. Professor Gadd is an inventor that's been working on various devices related to ghosts. In fact, many of the ghosts running around are from a collection of paintings he had amassed. Now armed with a vacuum, Luigi once more presses onward. The vacuum gives our hero a fighting chance. Each ghost has a heart that is exposed when you shine the flashlight on them, giving you a small window to suck them up, holding the right shoulder button on the controller and pulling away from the ghost with the control stick as they tug you around everywhere. It's a really simple gameplay loop, but a ton of fun every single time, no matter how many times I've done it. That being said, not every ghost is going to be the same. Some have different movement patterns, or can hide, or attack you in all sorts of ways, like throwing bombs, or grabbing you, or dashing straight at you. Once you clear all of the ghosts in a room, the lights come on, and usually a little chest will pop up. Sometimes this has money, which basically works just like a score and not an actual currency, but often it has keys. The mansion itself is pretty massive, with tons of rooms, almost all of which are locked. Each key opens one door, and in certain rooms, you'll find boss ghosts. These are the ones from Professor Gadd's paintings, and unlike the others, they're able to guard their hearts. Each one has a little puzzle you need to solve in order for them to expose it, and then get them. Most of these bosses are just the one puzzle, though their health is high enough that it might take a couple cracks at it. All of these are fun, and they make each new room unlocked something that's really exciting to look forward to, because you never know what you're going to run into. Like this one, where I have to slam punching bags at a weightlifting ghost, which is especially funny when you think of how Luigi is normally portrayed as being really weak and scrawny. Or this one, where you have to arrange classic music from the franchise. But every once in a while, there's a big boss, which is really a whole fight rather than just a puzzle. These have action combat sequences where you're dodging stuff while still trying to make the target vulnerable to suck up their heart. The boss designs, while not overly complicated, are all fun, and I wouldn't have it any other way. I don't play Nintendo games because I want some crazy, gritty challenge. There's loads of other games for that. I want to play them because they're tight, well-executed romps of non-stop fun with great level design. So what are you doing with all of these ghosts you've been sucking up? You take them back to Professor Gadd, who puts them back into his paintings with a crazy machine, of course. But this still leaves the mystery of how the ghosts got out of the paintings to begin with, or what happened to Mario. It turns out that the ghosts were released by a large group of Boo, led by a new character of the franchise, King Boo. We also learn they have Mario captive, and the only way that Luigi is going to be able to fight their leader is by weakening the whole group one by one as they hide in the rooms you've already cleared. Each room has many objects you can interact with, either by pushing them or sustained suction from the vacuum, for example. The Boos are hiding in these objects, and you can detect them with your handy-dandy Game Boy Horror. Yes, Gadd gave you a modded Game Boy Color for this game. It's awesome. I love it. While catching the Boos themselves aren't that interesting overall, it does tie together the mansion exploration element to Gadd's paintings and saving Mario, and it's quite good at doing that. So how does the game step it up as you keep exploring? It turns out that Luigi is extremely powerful, able to wield the 4 elements of air, fire, water, and solid water. Air is from the vacuum in general, but you find these emblems that allow you to absorb elemental spirits into the vacuum, loading one at a time, and then spit them back out with the left shoulder button. This does a lot, like fire can light candles to solve puzzles, or water can put out fires to open doorways, or ice can ruin someone's bath. They're all puzzles. The game is puzzles. I love puzzles! Ultimately, Luigi's Mansion is non-stop fun, with interesting characters, level design, boss design, and puzzle design. It is, however, quite short, only taking about 6 hours to relatively leisurely beat the game. I would say this holds the ranking back, but I'm not sure it really does, because the game is so non-stop with its fun, with little to no fluff, that I think I get more high-quality time out of those 6 hours than I have gotten out of some much longer games, like, say, The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. Join me tomorrow as I talk about my 76th favorite game, where my wife and I make terrible parents, but at least we maimed the elephant as a team.